to serve them. They will keep the food in such manner. For an example, buffet is the one of the good example. You enjoying the buffet, that time what the service people they do, they have only responsible for refilling of the chefing dish. Rest of the things, guest will take their plate by their own, they will take their food by their own, they will sit. If they want to stand up and have their food, they can do it. So these kinds of services are known as your self service, where no service person is involved. As a guest, as a customer, as a consumer, you will be all responsible for your taking care of your food. Advantages of these kinds of self service is, like, you no need to wait for the waiter, it will save time. Okay. And disadvantages is like, there are a lot of disadvantages in this self service. Okay. If you for an example, you are having palak paneer, and there is a less salt in it, so you are having it, but you will not get any service person to give your feedback. That means the guest satisfaction, the customer satisfaction will be very less in these kinds of services. Then followed by, the next one I am talking about is single point service. Before that, one more is there, right? Assisted service. The third type is assisted service. Assisted service means it's a combination of self and waiter. And the best example is buffet. The best example is buffet, where where uh, where you will go as a guest. There will be a person standing who will assist with the plate, will give the plate in your hand. There will be some boys who will be stand behind the buffet counter. They once you will go to the counter, they will open the chef and dish top in front of you. They will be holding the ladder, they will be holding the, whatever the spoons and all, they will take it out and they will give it to your plate. Once you will finish with the food, you are finding where I can keep my used plate, soiled plate. So there will be a service person, there will be a server who will come and who will asking for the plate from your hand. So that means few of the work is done by you, and rest of the work is done by the food and beverage service personnel. So these kinds of services, a combination of services, is known as your assisted service. A good example is buffet service, and the other example is carvery. I am not going through the carvery today. That thing I will try to share with you in the next class. Now, the advantages of these kinds of assisted services. Okay, guest satisfaction will be there. Of course, guest satisfaction will be there, because some point of your meal, you will be able to identify, you will be able to see the service person, and who will come to you, and they will definitely ask you for the feedback. Second one is, okay, it will save too much time, where you when you go for the table service, when the waiter will come with the food, that time sometime it can take long time, but in this buffet services and all, you no need to wait for so long time. So it's basically a time saving. It's a quick service. And the disadvantages is like, sometime the server, they are not skillful, they don't know how to talk, and in your function there are a lot of foreigners, so they are asking something, and the server who is standing in front of him, he is not able to understand. So no, there will be a chances of the guest will be not satisfied with that. So these kinds of scenario can be happen in assisted service. Single point service. Single, that means a single person who will be responsible for taking down the order, who will be responsible for making the dish, and who will be responsible serving the dish. And who can give me a good example? And the examples are vending machine, no need of manpower. Vending machine, you have money with you, you have coin with you, insert the coin, press the button, the coke can will come out. So or if you want to have a manual examples, you know, small outlets like your chart outlets and all, there you will see in this long counter only one person is standing. So whatever the guest want to order, everything is written over there on the display. So guest will tell, okay, yes, I need that chart or I need that burger. So you know, the food is already half cooked. So the person who is standing in front of you, the server, he will take down the order, he will take your cash, he will make the bill. By the time he will keep that half cooked food inside to the oven, the food will be ready, he will give it to you. So there will be no more manpower is involved, only one single manpower or only one single machine can do every work for you. That's why these kinds of services are known as your single point service. And the examples I already said, vending machine, fast food operation, you know, outlets are the examples of these kinds of services. And the fifth type, the last type, and we almost going to finish the discussion as well. The fifth type is known as your in situ or specialized service. Especially if I give you an example, I think you will be able to describe that. Home delivery. A good example is home delivery. A good example is hospital services. So why these are special? Because here, you know, as a guest, you no need to do anything, you just announce the food and food will be come to you automatically means I am talking about, of course, service people and other things will be involved, but you will not get that environment. Of course, in home delivery you are getting the food inside to your home, and in table service you need to go all the way to the restaurant, then only you can get it. So there will be huge differences, and these kinds of services are basically known as your specialized service or in situ. So these are the five major types of services is found all over the world. Wherever you go, if that industry, if that sector is related with F&B service, and if they are serving the food to their customers, they will definitely going to use any one of these five types or five styles of services. And we talking about their advantages and disadvantages as well. In the next video, all the types, only the first type, which one is your waiter service or table service, their classification I discussed. In the next class I will definitely discuss about the other types classification. All the rest of the four types, they also have their own classifications. That thing I am going to discuss in the next class. I hope all of you understood what I was trying to say. And very important topic, not only for your exams, especially for first years. This is a very common question for the first year, second semester, you know. This is a very important chapter. Not only for that, if you want to grow your career in future, and if you face F&B service, you know, interviews, I am sure, no no somewhere in your interview the interviewer is going to ask you this question: what is the other name of English service, what is the difference between English and American service, American service is done by which side, what are the different types of services, what are the different types of table services. That is the thing, boys and girls, my audiences. Thank you so much for listening me, and hope all of you are doing well during this lockdown period. You know, the COVID is making us a new concept of living, but hope for the best. And that's all. Thank you so much. Bye bye.